Systems, discovering your $1,000,000 systems. I wonder really if you really realize the value of systems. Systems are simply a way of achieving an end result by following a set process of events. Good systems are the reason that Fortune 500 companies pull in billions of dollars every year in revenue with very high profit margins. And I know you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm not planning on being this Fortune 500 company. That's okay right now, but you should be planning for a long-term goal. You should be have things in place that are going to allow your business to grow, for you to take it as big as you want to. Just because you maybe are not planning that right at the moment does not mean that you're not planning to, that your future isn't going to change and you're going to decide to go bigger. And you want to have those things that are in place right then at the beginning that are going to allow your business to grow. The primary reason why one-man shop fails is because they're unable to piece together all the pieces of the puzzle, and they don't have a system. You'll find that individuals, out there trying to get going to this, they're trying to do it without a system in place, and it's really not an easy thing for you to be doing. Basically, there's a professional marketing assistant is called an automated system. And that's what we're going to hopefully put in place for you tonight, is your own professional marketing assistants. A lot of people go, well, I can't afford to hire an assistant for my company, so I got to do it all alone. Well, we're going to show you some different professional marketing assistants. Statistics and reports have shown that up to 98% of all people who start a home-based business online will quit within 90 days. Traditional business models require the new business owner to call, different sales leads. They have to basically go out there and do everything that they have to do all by themselves. But these systems that we're going to be putting into place tonight are like having your own sales assistant working for you, but not having to worry about paying their health insurance each month and scheduling the vacations that come along with having employees. So you don't have to schedule a vacation in for these. You don't have to worry about that assistant going on vacation and you're left doing it yourself or trying to figure something out. Because a lot of times we have assistants and we just say, you just do your job. I don't want to get involved with that. And then if they leave, we're stuck trying to figure out how they were doing what they were doing. We don't have to worry about that. So what are systems? Systems are used to automate processes. Systems can include software, hardware, management, and even a paper and pen, when you come right down to it, can be a system if that's what you have to use. But we all have to have systems. The last screen we were talking about, it mentioned that we have traditional business systems that were in place, way a long time ago. Compare them to the systems that we use nowadays. I mean, there's really no comparison at all. I mean, everything is able to be pretty much automated. Of course, it's not one of those things that where you just set it and forget all about it. You've got to monitor them. But as you grow, you're going to no doubt need systems to automate nearly every aspect of your online business so that you can focus on your vision. And that's really important, because without these, you're stuck doing all of this work and you're not allowed to focus on your vision. You're not allowed to focus on the growth that should be occurring with your company. Benefits of using a system. If you're the brains behind your business, focus on creating the system that fuels it first. So before you're going to get started, if you're the owner, you're the brains behind your business, you need to focus on creating the systems that are going to fuel that business. And this is going to allow you many, many benefits. First of all, it's going to allow you to basically automate, where you can put programs in place that you can just set them and then sit back and relax and concentrate on something else. Of course, like I said, you want to keep monitoring them. Whether you have somebody monitoring for you or you do it yourself, you always want to monitor, but it will automate this whole process. Speed, repetition, and accuracy. This is something that is really, really important, and it's a really great benefit of these systems. They can process information much more quickly than humans, and so this means that there is an increase in productivity, which means more can get done, therefore reaching your specific goals quicker. And moving on to the other advantages is repetition and accuracy. Automated systems can do the same task over and over again without getting bored, and that is something that is really key. These systems that you're putting into place, these softwares and stuff that are going to that are going to automate this, they're not going to sit there and go, I'm bored. I feel like doing something else. They're just going to continue to do that. And it's really hard after a while when you have to become repetitious at doing something to really get bored with what you're doing. And pretty soon you end up making mistakes, or you just want to quit and give up on it. These systems are not going to get bored. They're not going to need breaks. They're not going to be making mistakes. And the work that they do is without error for the most part. There's always error in anything, I guess, but for the most part, they're without error, and as they're able to follow very precise instructions. And a lot of times you can even get programmers and take some of the systems that are out there and improve on them and add in your own parts to a system to actually create it to do better things yet. They're very adaptable and efficient and financially, and as they get more done than humans, but less cost to operate and stuff. So it's really cool when you get these systems in place. They're lower opportunity costs, greater scalability. You can always improve on those. You can always grow with them. They're time savers. Imagine sending out an email personally to thousands of people that you created this list, all by yourself, one at a time, put them person into your system, and then you sent out an email to each one of those individual people, one at a time. Imagine what your day would be consumed of. How in the world would you ever get anything else done? Even hiring somebody would not be able to possibly get all of that done in a day's work, what needed to be done. It's freedom to do whatever you want. It allows that. It allows and eliminates many reasons for failure, and that's important. So many people get caught up without systems, and without these systems in place, they can't handle it. They're stressed. They get stressed out. They're overwhelmed, and they just find themselves giving up. And we found out, that the failure rate and people giving up is usually within that first 90 days. And your business has just barely begun in that first 90 days. And here you're ready to give up already because of the things you didn't know, the systems you didn't have in place. Those last two are pretty important benefits to using systems. The freedom, it just allows you to do the things that you want to do. If you want to take a vacation and stuff, you know that you've got everything set in place to really just go with this. With this course that we're putting together, that we're talking about here, we can have this all totally automated. So all you would have to do is just show up every single week and present the call live. There's even ways that you could completely automate this whole system, and nobody would ever even know whether or not you were live or not, whether or not you were even on there. And you could put together these whole systems like that run a whole course like this without even having to show up, and it's just completely all automated. Your emails go out, your webinar is, starts up and looks like it's starting up and going, and it looks like everything's live, and you sit back and enjoy, your vacation that you're on, knowing that you're doing what you need to do in your business on, it's all automated. So what systems will I need? There's many systems that you need in your business, but we're going to focus on the ones that you really need now. And, these are the ones that are really, really important, that are going to get your business, up. When you're looking for these systems, basically you need to look for simplicity, the minimal steps that, that has to be followed, so it's not complicated, because a lot of people have problems with the technical aspects of setting up systems, and that's what scares them. But you have to make sure that it's there's some most simplistic systems that you can find out there. Take an example. I like to use McDonald's as an example. The systems that they need, are systems that basically they have in place that basically they can take any unskilled 16-year-old or whatever that can be taught how to punch in an order, run to the back, get the buns off a conveyor belt, put a patty followed by lettuce, tomato, cheese, whatever else you're going to have on your hamburger, and serve the customer. The simplicity of the system also makes it extremely efficient, which is generally why you can't why you can get that hamburger or whatever that you ordered in under a minute when you go through that drive-through. It's because the systems that they have are in place and they are simple. They're just simple to follow, and you never even see the process or the system that they have in place. All you cared about was that you went through that drive-through, you got that hamburger in a timely manner, and all the time there was systems, basic systems in place that whoever came into work there were able to just pick up, learn it, and follow. And that's what you need to be looking at. And we're going to discuss the basics ones that you need to follow and the ones that I feel are the easiest and the simplest for you to get started with. The most important, and not in this order, are support systems, customer management systems, affiliate management systems, payment processors, and one of the things that you always want to do with these systems is always keep your systems updated to the newest versions. Once you get these systems, make sure that you stay on the mailing list to end up so that you can know when there's an update to the system. A lot of times maybe they'll have bugs that they work and fix out and stuff because a lot of people will send in support questions. They'll realize they have a bug in the system that they have, so they'll work it out and they'll update that system. It's no different than like your blogs, where if you're really taking care of that blog, you're going to the back and making sure that it's updated to the newest version all the time. It prevents, usually security issues and stuff. So make sure that you update to the newest versions. I just kind of want to throw that in there. So that's something that's on your mind as you're getting these systems, that you're updating at all time to the newest version that's out there. It's going to be better and more efficient. Running your own line business, the ease of automation. Your online shopping cart systems have capabilities to instantly connect to your online merchant account, starts taking orders and even upselling for you automatically. So you get these shopping cart systems and they're going to be able to connect your online merchant account, start taking orders and upselling to you automatically. That's the brilliance behind these shopping cart systems, and we'll get into those in just a little bit. Autoresponders, they can follow up on your sales leads, so you don't have to have somebody sitting there going through each individual lead, calling them. Autoresponder it's not going to pick up a phone and call them, but it's going to follow up on those sales leads right away. You can start it from the moment they sign up to that list. You can start following up with that lead. You can manage your opt-in mailing list and the relationship building automatically. You don't even have to, you never even really have to know what that person's doing or whatever. Your list or your autoresponder is going to automatically manage that mailing list. Of course, you're going to be putting some things into it. It doesn't just automatically write your follow-up emails and things like that. But once you have these things in there, they're in place, and they automatically, every time somebody signs up to your list, it's ready to go for that person. It builds repeat business for you automatically. Affiliate systems and affiliate tracking software make affiliate recruiting and management easier than ever. It's no longer calling up each individual affiliate and trying to, getting in touch with them. This automatically is going to get you ways to automatically get in touch with them and to keep posting to them what is going on in your business, what the products that you're ready to go. It all does this automatically for you. Digital delivery systems make ebook and video downloads and software sales highly profitable, all automatically. And that's the greatest part about these systems, is all of it is an automated process. All right, we're going to start out with payment systems. Payment systems will allow you to accept money online. Some systems will deposit money into your account on a daily basis. You may have to make periodic withdrawals from some of them, like PayPal, where you have to, once it goes into PayPal, you're going to have to make a withdrawal for it, or you're going to have a debit card to use with that. So some of them will make deposits into your account. Some of them are you have to make withdrawals from those accounts. They may be sent out on a 2-week interval or direct deposit to your bank account, like ClickBank. So payment systems, they come in all shapes and sizes. Commonly used payment methods. We're going to discuss a few of these. PayPal is one that I recommend that you get going with. PayPal has a lot of pros and cons to it. The pros are it's easy to set up. It's actually a very easy thing to get set up. Many people have a PayPal account, so it's not like, a lot of people were like, well, there's not a lot of people out there that have PayPal account now. Well, if you're dealing with internet marketing, most people out there have PayPal accounts now, or they're in the process of getting it. It takes a little bit of paperwork, sending in and stuff to get this in place, but it's really pretty easy. It's got a built-in reoccurring billing system for you to bill your clients for reoccurring. Fees are generally cheaper than many other alternatives. PayPal currently charges like 1.9 to 2.9. Plus like a 30-cent per transaction fee. So one of these with these systems we're talking about, a lot of times there is fees. So make sure that you're reading the fine print to know exactly what is going to be going on, whether it's monthly payments that you're going to be paying, whether it's fees for each transaction. Know what's going on with the systems that you have in place. Some of the cons are some customers are unfamiliar with PayPal and they may think that they can't use it. Even though when they're paying through it, they can use a credit card, a lot of times an e-check. They don't realize that. They see PayPal and they go, well, I don't have one, so I can't buy it. And you've lost that sale. So, that's one of the cons. That one's getting less and less. Most people are starting to get PayPal and understanding what it's going on. But in the beginning, that was a really big problem, and a lot of people had PayPal as an alternative instead of the main source of for their payments methods. Many rules to comply with, and failure to comply with these rules can result in your account being locked and your money being held for as long as 6 months during the investigation. And that is something that you really want to keep in your mind, is that there's a lot of these businesses and stuff that have had their accounts frozen. One of the things that you want to be looking for is if you're going to be doing a product launch and you're going to have a high fluctuation of income going into that PayPal account that maybe was sitting there dormant for some time, that's going to put a flag up, and they're going to start doing an investigation on this. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll just freeze that account. They will freeze it. They will lock it down. You will not be able to touch it. The only thing you can do with that money in there is to give refunds. Don't let this scare you away. If it's going to scare you away, there's a lot of things in this business that are going to be just as scary and that you're going to be unsure about. I recommend getting a PayPal account. I recommend using a PayPal account, especially when you're starting a beginner. And a lot of our other systems that we're going to talk about here, you can integrate with PayPal very easily. One of the other ones, the cons, was a lot of countries do not use, they do not support PayPal as well. So Authorize.net, payment gateway service provider allowing merchants to accept credit card and electronic checks payments through their website and over an IP or internet protocol connection. The relay is between the e-commerce merchant account affiliate website, which is your online shop, and the merchant bank. It is also connected to many credit card sites. So your Authorize.net is the relay between basically your site, your merchant account affiliate website, and the merchant bank. So it's, that's kind of like the go-betweens from when somebody shows up to your site and your money actually getting into your bank account. The pros, that it's highly integratable, low fees, secure, and usually the professional's choice. Most of the professionals out there are going to use something like Authorize.net. Most everybody that I know have Authorize.net. It's their payment gateway that they use. It's secure, and it's very integratable with a lot of different programs out there. The cons are it's slightly more difficult to set up. It's going to take a little bit of time, especially if you're really not sure of what you're doing. And you must have a merchant account. So you have to have a merchant account to be able to use this, because it's the gateway. Like we said, it's the gateway between your site and your bank account. So you've got to have a merchant account. I recommend, and a lot of other people are going to recommend to you, PowerPay.biz. That's going to be my recommendation for you to get as a merchant account. They're very reliable. Never had any problems with them. Plus they really understand the internet community. They've been in business some time. They're used to dealing with the internet marketing community. They understand it, so it's easy for you to explain, where a lot of these other times you go to get a merchant account and they don't have a clue what you're doing. PowerPay understands. We use Authorize.net and occasionally PayPal to accept payments. We have tried nearly every other solution and settled on these as the best. These are what I use. These are what I have settled on as far as my payment systems that I use are Authorize.net and PayPal, and that's what I would probably recommend for those of you that are going to be just getting started. I would recommend getting PowerPay as your merchant account. The biggest problem is having your account suspended like we were talking about, and this can go with any of these accounts. It's not just PayPal. When you have a big amount of cash going into your account on an inconsistent basis. So you want to try to make everything as consistent as possible, and that goes for anything in your business. That is the biggest thing to make money online, is to have consistency in everything that you do, from writing content to your blogs to your payment systems to getting sales. And it's being consistent. When you are dealing with these payment centers, they're looking for consistency. Whenever something's inconsistent, that's when the flag goes up, and that they want to know what's going on. And that's when you get your account suspended. That's when they freeze your accounts and stuff. The best way to avoid this, and it's not a foolproof method by any means. We've had people that have went to these places, they've communicated, they said what they're going to do, and they still were froze for a time just to check out to make sure what was going on. And it's a way of protecting you as well as your customers. So communication is the best way to prevent this. Call them up, explain to them what is going on, and you're going to be a whole lot happier, and they're going to be able to work with you a whole lot better. Customer management. These systems will allow you a method by which to manage your customers and monitor what they have purchased. You'll need this information to ensure accurate accounting and refunds, and for the ability to look up customers. Some of the best customer management systems that I would recommend for you, if you want to have ones that you are going to host on your own servers. You're going to be the one that's responsible for putting them up, setting it all up. There's a lot. It's not easy, and I'm just going to be right up front with you. These three, they're not easy to set up. They take some time. My suggestion is, if you do not understand it, don't be scared of using them, but find somebody to outsource them to. You can use the Butterfly marketing script. That's a Mike Filsaime product. You can go to butterflyopensourcecode.com, and you can get the source code to it. You can use it. It gives you it's basically like PLR rights to it, where you can actually get a programmer to actually do some different things that you want for your own scripts and stuff that you want to. So you could actually create a brand new script from this if you use that one. I've used Butterfly Marketing Script. It's not easy to get started with. Once you really get in there and start understanding, it's not so bad, but the setup along with any of these is not as easy as possible, but there are trainings out there for it that you can find. There are people skilled in setting these things up for you, and well worth your investment. Launch Formula Marketing. Robert Putty has that one. It's a very complete system. This one's been upgraded and updated. I really like what he's done with it now. It'll take all of these systems. They'll take your payments methods. They'll handle your affiliate programs. They usually come with an autoresponder in them. Everything's right there for you to be able to manage your customers and pretty much your whole program with. amember.com. And this one I would recommend more if you're going to be doing monthly memberships as a management system for your. So if you're going to have a monthly membership, I would recommend something like amember.com, because it's a really good system for that. Again, it's going to take a little bit to get it set up. You're going to have the understanding of it, or find somebody that knows and can get it set up for you. And all three of these, you're basically going to have to host yourself. Now you're going to have hosted ones, like One Shopping Cart, clickbank.com, infusionsoft.com, and pay.com.com. These are going to be hosted. So basically, all the setups basically done. You just have to, you get your account. Usually there's a monthly, with like one shopping cart, you're going to have a monthly fee. But they all, with like one shopping cart, you can manage your affiliates with it. You've got your, basically you can, has an email system that you can automate. There's so much that you can do. It integrates well with authorize.net, which integrates with PayPal. The only thing with this is that I want to understand, and I think I've got a slide that's going to talk about some of the benefits of these a little bit. But with this, if you're using PayPal, last I knew, and I haven't seen anything yet that says that they have, is that it integrated with PayPal, but it does not handle reoccurring with PayPal. So you're not going to be able to set it with PayPal, because you're not going to get, you're going to have to get paid. You're going to have to go in and basically bill everything reoccurring by yourself, which is not going to be fun. And you're going to end up losing a lot of sales with that. So if you've got something that's with PayPal that's going to be reoccurring, you're going to use your Authorize and PayPal. It doesn't integrate very well with the reoccurring at all. So ClickBank, we'll get into that one in just a second. Infusionsoft, I'm going to quickly hit on this one. This is something I am not going to recommend to anybody that's just getting started up. It's complicated and it's going to be very costly. There's a high cost to get started with it and a high monthly charge. I want to say that some of them that I know are paying like $700 a month for this. A great program. You can run practically your whole business through Infusionsoft and automate almost everything. And there's so many great things you can do with that. If you're interested in it, go check it out. If you've got the money that, you're ready to get started in that, you're at a place where you feel that's something that you want to be looking for, go check it out, and, get a hold of one of the representatives and really take a really good look at it. But for a beginner, first of all, the cost is way out of range for most beginners, and the setup process and the understanding of it is going to be a little bit complicated. Pay.com, another hosted one. Your payments are through PayPal. It's another good one. That one's Mike Phil, same product as well, and we will be discussing some of those. I recommend either one shopping cart, ClickBank, or Pay.com for beginners, and one shopping cart or Infusionsoft for the more advanced students. So one shopping cart gives you a lot of room to grow. So I would recommend for that one for either the beginner or for the more advanced students. One shopping cart is a hosted shopping cart solution. You might not use all the features immediately, and it will take some time to get to know all of them. But that simply means that the program is capable of growing with your needs. And that's something you really need to look for when you're getting a system put in place, is something that's capable of growing with your needs. It integrates with PayPal and authorize.net, manages customers, payments, and affiliates. And so it's one of these, not quite an all-in-one, but it's a really good system for you to really start up. It's like $99 a month, and I recommend if you're going to go with one shopping cart, you get the Pro version, which is $99 a month. There's cheaper versions that may handle what you want, but eventually you're going to end up upgrading all the way. I recommend starting right out with the Pro version. It's easy to set up with a little tinkering. It's not that bad to set up. Basically, everything's there for you. You just have to go in and basically fill in the information for it. Provides a simple link to put on your page for customers to order from. So basically, when you put your products in there, you click a couple buttons, and you've got a link that you can put on for your buy now for your customers to buy. It's really not that hard. Pretty simple. And one of the things I like about shopping cart is that they really have good customer support. A lot of people have said, that they've had problems with the support in the past. I have never had any problems whatsoever. They have been very timely in getting back with me, and they're very good at what they do. They will really look into what your problem is and really do everything that they can to help support you. It basically provides a simple link for affiliates to sign up. So once you have your affiliate program set in place, you just send out a simple link to your affiliates that says sign up here. And once they do, it puts them into an autoresponder that you have so that you can automatically keep in touch with your affiliates. Has one-click upsell feature that was just recently added not too long ago. so that you can have a one-click upsell. I really recommend, if you're interested in this, get looking into the One Shopping Cart, go to their site, get in touch with a representative, make sure that it's something that meets your needs before you're going to get with it. But I believe it's a really good one. It's one that I use myself. You can also use One Shopping Cart as a list management system. It has a autoresponder service with it. So if you didn't want to use something else, you could use that. I found it to be, for the most part, fairly reliable. I don't recommend it over top of a Weber, as far as I'm concerned, and some of the other some of the other autoresponders. But it's been very good for me. It's been pretty, the emails have been going out in a timely manner. You can't really send them out automatically. They go out like on a set time. I think at the quarter after or whatever, every 15 minutes or every 10 minutes, something like that. So if you set it at the beginning of that, it might be 10 minutes before it goes out, but it's been pretty timely. So affiliate management systems. Why should we have affiliates? I want to talk a little bit about affiliate management systems. And as you notice, we really didn't go into a lot of those other things because I really recommend One Shopping Cart over the other ones. PayPal is be a great one. ClickBank, we'll discuss some of that here in a little bit, but I want to get into affiliate management systems here. First of all, it's a ready-made sales department. Your affiliate management system is a ready-made sales department. You do not have to have all of these people sitting around, waiting to help getting sales and stuff for you. It's profitability. You pay for performance only with affiliates. So when you have affiliates, you're paying for their performance only. You're not paying somebody to sit around the office. You're not paying somebody when they're on a break or a lunch break. You're not paying for all their vacations and everything else. You're basically paying them when they perform for you. And that's what an affiliate is. They make a sale, you pay. You don't have to pay anything out to them unless you hold some kind of a contest or something like that during a launch. But it's a basically pay for performance only. Extended reach. It's free traffic. Affiliates will extend your reach. They'll go out farther than what you're be able to reach, a whole new targeted audience for you and stuff. So that's why I have affiliates. They'll strengthen your brand. It gets your name out there more. They're going to help the more that your product is seen, the more your brand is strengthened. It's just, look at let's go back to McDonald's again. When they first started, the small company or whatever, when they first got started, the more that their name got out there, the more their brand was strengthened. Affiliates will do this with you. They're going to get your product out there to more people than you're going to be able to get in contact with. And through that, you and your brand are going to be strengthened. It's long-term growth. Affiliates are going to be able to help you have long-term growth. They're going to be able to continue to work for you. You're going to have them on board with you when you have other products so that you can continue to grow. They're going to be able to use them as joint ventures. Some great benefits of having an affiliate. You really need to get them. You need to have the systems to be able to manage them. Spend your time working on your business rather in your business. So you're not all the time spending working in your business. Most of the people out there spend your time working in your business instead of working on your business. It's spent all the time doing everything yourself and trying to manage everything and getting everything to work just perfectly and stuff. So you spend all your time working in there when you should be spending it working on your business and growing your business. Affiliates are going to be able to help you do this because they're going to be doing things like driving traffic to your sites, making the sales for you through their product recommendations. Affiliates are great people to have on board, and you need to manage them. You help other people's monetary and lifestyles dreams come true. This should be something that you should be striving for when you're going into business, is helping other people. You are helping your affiliates by providing monetary and benefits to them and helping them live the lifestyles of their dreams, because as they make sales, they're making money for you. So the better that you manage them, the more money they're going to make, the more happier you're going to be, the more happier they're going to be. And it's just a win-win situation all the way around. Affiliate management systems, things to look for. Affiliate visitors, and these are the things that you need to look for in the management systems, not in your affiliates, but in the management systems that you're going to be going out and looking for. Affiliate visitors and sales tracking is a must. Affiliate tools capability, and that's like providing your banner ads, your text link displays, your emails for, all your tools are out there. But back to your affiliate visitors and sales tracking is a must. Your affiliates want to know when they log in, they want to see the traffic that's coming. They want to see the sales that they're making. So your management systems must be able to track these things really good and make sure that they're, that it's up to date. A lot of them are not going to be in real time that are out there that you're going to find. I believe one shopping cart is one that is not in real time. It'll be like the next day before you're able to see the results. But affiliates need to be able to see that how many visitors, see what their conversions are, to be able to find out what they're doing, to see how that product is selling. It needs to be able to create your affiliate link. So it has to be able to generate that affiliate link for your affiliates. It has to be able to have cookie setting on it. So basically that you can, when the person comes there, they're cookied to that link so that when they make that, affiliate makes that sale, that it gets properly credited to them. It has to have commission calculations. It easily calculates the commissions that affiliate makes, so that you're not going in there one by one, going through your JV partners and affiliates, looking to see how many sales that they made, looking to see what your commission was set up, and then getting your calculator out and trying to figure it all out to pay somebody. It needs to automatically figure out the calculations of the commissions when you set it. So if you set it for 50% commission, and that's that affiliate makes 50 sales, that it automatically calculates the commission that affiliate would get. It needs to have affiliate reporting, so that it's keeping track of your affiliates and what they're doing for you, so that you're able to see what your affiliates are doing for them, as well as them seeing what they're doing for you. Because a lot of times you can set your commissions when you can see that you've got some JV partners or affiliates that are really, really working hard for you. You can make sure that you give them a little bit higher commissions than some of them that are just kind of really not doing much, or really they promote for you every once in a while. So if you get somebody you look at your reporting and you see somebody that's really going all out for you, maybe every single time you do something that they're promoting, they do a great job. You say, hey, you know what? I'm going to reward that person with a little bit higher commission. It's important to be able to have that affiliate reporting. Administration reporting, so you know what's going on, all the customers that are in there, the sales that are going on, everything, every little detail that's going on. It's important to have this all automated. Otherwise, you're going back through paper and pen calculators and doing this all. It'd be like tax time all over when you have everything. And that's another important thing, is to have these things so that you have that information for you at tax time, so that you can just pull it up. You go into the back, you pull it up, they have reports there for you, and you got everything right there at your disposal. It's got to have payment processing so that you can easily pay your payment, instead of figuring everything out, going through there and writing everything down on a piece of paper and stuff, writing your checks all out and stuff. A lot of these have automatically, you can just download the report, you can send it, you can take it right to upload it into PayPal, pay them automatically through PayPal. So it will tell you, you can find out things like, which affiliates are actually need paid at that time. Maybe you've got a 30-day set up for a 30-day payout or whatever. It's going to tell you who's getting paid at that time and what they're getting paid. Mailing functions are another great thing to have as affiliate management, so that you can automatically stay in touch with your affiliates and your JV partners that you have promoting for you. So that you can go in there, and a lot of these will have features where you can automatically, you just put in a little piece of code and it will automatically send them their affiliate link. It'll automatically send them everything that they need to know. You can keep in contact with them very easily, instead of one at a time. It's like going to your email, finding out that email address, and individually mailing each JV partner or affiliate that you have. It must have mailing functions where you can just automatically go in there and all your JV partners and affiliates at once send out an email for like your launches, updates that you have, what's going on, what your conversions are, instead of one at a time, which is going to take you forever and you're not going to have fun or like what you're doing at all. hosted versus self-hosted affiliate programs. This is something really important to really be thinking about. You know, a hosted service usually is cheap up front because the way they make their money is by charging percentages of every sale. So usually the hosted services are cheaper up front to get started with. You know, ones like ClickBank, Pay.com, and One Shopping Cart. So for example, if you were working with ClickBank, which is a hosted program, they charge almost, 8% of the sale price for every sales that you make. So let's say, for example, you sold a product for, let's say, $97. A little over, probably a little over $7 is going to be taken off of that, right off the top, and go to ClickBank. That's how they're going to make their money. Instead of right up front, they're going to make it through, like that. Plus, it's going to cost you about $50 to set up, to list your product up front. So, and for each account that you have with ClickBank, it will cost you $50 to set up. And, and a lot of people will have several different accounts because your first product that you set up there is the one that'll be shown in the ClickBank marketplace. So that's, kind of the way ClickBank is going to operate. Another hosted service is Pay.com. Which is charges $1, $2, $3 depending on the price level of your product. They don't charge for your first product, but you will need to pay, I think it's $29 for a lifetime membership that enables you to sell multiple products. So this is a little bit different, more reasonable in my eyes than ClickBank. I prefer ClickBank over Pay.com personally, but Pay.com is going to be a little bit cheaper. The first product is free. And if you want to set up more products, it's $29 for a lifetime membership, and that enables you to set up multiple products. Other services like Shopping Cart are going to charge a monthly fee like we discussed. It's $99 for the Pro, while sites like 2Checkout are going to charge $49 once, and then like 5.5% of your transaction fees. These fees are in addition to whatever payment processing you're using, something like PayPal. So if you got PayPal integrated in these, you got to think that they're going to be taking out their fees as also because, if they're not included with the hosting program already. On the other side of the coin, we have our self-hosted affiliate programs. Some of them might have upgrade costs of the software, but as far as per transaction fees, you're not going to see a lot of additional fees coming out of your sales other than from your merchant account. So an affiliate management script or a self-hosted method is going to be a larger upfront cost. Basically typically run anywheres. You might be able to find them for around $200. You might be able to find some cheaper ones out there. I don't recommend really looking for the cheaper ones. You can probably find some free ones. I don't really recommend them as much. Unless you're going to be going with Butterfly Marketing Script that you can get for free right now with the open source. You can use that one, but a lot of times they're going to be, a good one's going to cost you anywhere $200 up to like $1,500, even up to $3,000 and plus for them. So depending on which script that you would purchase, it's going to depend on the upfront cost that you have, but there's going to be more of an upfront cost for you to get started. But in the long run, it's really it makes better sense because you're not going to be paying all these fees and stuff over the long haul. So usually you can figure out that right about the $500. So if you sell 500 products, that's usually about where it all kind of evens out, where, versus your hosted, your self-hosted, where, if you're going to be selling those up to 500 products where it's kind of the break even, it's going to be about the same cost either way with, the cost up front or the fees and stuff. After that, after you get past that 500 mark, makes a lot more sense to have these ones that are self-hosted that are going to be able to help you go without paying all these fees and stuff. So depending on where your budget is, it's going to help you make your decision on whether you want a hosted versus the self-hosted affiliate programs. All right, ClickBank Pros, you're going to have an existing pool of affiliates. You don't really have any contact with these affiliates. Now you can get something like Easy ClickMate. We're not going to go into there. If you go to easyclickmate.com, you can go check it out. Integrates very well with ClickBank. It'll help you set up an affiliate program where you can It actually, you're going to be able to sell more products without having to pay that $50 fee all the time so to get them in the marketplace. It's going to help you keep in contact with the affiliates. So if you want to use ClickBank, that's a way that you can use to set up a little bit better affiliate management system, is to use Easy ClickMate. Affiliates trust ClickBank to pay them. They're going to get a check or direct deposit. They can set it up for direct deposit, where every week it'll be deposited into their bank account, or they're going to get a check every 2 weeks. Now, there's certain rules to be able to apply for direct deposit, and I cannot tell you them right at the moment. Go to their site, check out everything. I recommend going to everybody's site of these systems and checking out all the fine print, really taking a good look at them, getting a hold of representatives from them, and really finding out what they have to say and to really get a really good in-depth look at all of these programs. But they have accurate affiliate commission tracking. It's trusted. They've got very accurate affiliate commission tracking. ClickBank handles your affiliate payment distribution, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't got to worry about 1099 forms at the end of the year and stuff for affiliates that make over $600. So they have a very, they track all of your affiliate payments, and they handle it. They automatically pay it. No hands-on management of affiliates is required with it. They handle everything, but like the drawback up there, you don't really have a lot of contact with your affiliates, but there are ways around that with using programs like Easy ClickMate, which I believe is, I want to say it's $67 to get the script for that. One shopping cart. I can contact my affiliates. That's something that's very important to me, to be able to keep in contact with them. Must find your affiliates. So you basically got to go out and get your affiliates, but you can focus on those that already know, like, and trust you, which are your existing customers. Those are very important people to focus on as affiliates. When you get a customer, that person hopefully really likes the product that they just got from you, and they're going to want to recommend it. So you can get in touch with those customers and get them in as affiliates, teach them, train them. You have contact with them. It offers 2 tiers of commission levels, where not only is that affiliate can get paid on a first tier when they sell something, but anybody that signs up as an affiliate under them, they're going to get paid a certain percentage also. Customize your affiliate portals. You can create and manage multiple affiliate programs with one shopping cart. So you can set up a different affiliate program for each one of your products that you have, if that's what you choose to do. Create and manage affiliate resources and tools. You can add and upload all the resources and all the tools that you want. It's got a pretty good tools management system, so you're going to be able to provide those much needed resources and tools for your affiliates. Quickly generate and print affiliate commission reports. Which is very important and very helpful for you when you go to pay your affiliates. You go in there, you just click a few buttons, you give the dates that you want. It'll generate and print out an affiliate commission report for you to be able to use to pay your affiliates. Instead of going through there and looking each individual person, you just click a few buttons and there it is. Distributing affiliate earnings via check or PayPal. So you can basically pay them check by check, where you write out a check and send it to them in the mail, or you can pay with PayPal. Pay.com.com. It has an existing pool of affiliates. So you've got affiliates there. After you make one sale, and understand this, it doesn't automatically go into the Pay.com marketplace. After you make your first sale, then it will be seen in the marketplace. And as you make more sales, it will become more noticeable. It'll basically rise up in the ranks. But it has an existing pool of affiliates that are there looking for products. Communicate with your affiliates by email, so you're able to email your affiliates. Offers tools for affiliates, so you can get your tools for your affiliates for them to use. Instant payment for affiliates, and it uses PayPal for the payment system that they use. but it has instant payments for affiliates. 1 and 2-tier affiliate programs. Has higher percentage, can be set for JV partners. So basically you can go in there. If you have somebody that's really doing an outstanding job for you, you can set higher percentages for commissions for them. Full online statistics and tracking, so your affiliates can go in there and look to see what's going on. You can go in and look to see what kind of statistics and able to track your results. An affiliate management system with real-time statistics. So it's basically updated real-time, where shopping cart is going to be like the next day. You won't even be able to get statistics for that day. It'll take you, I don't know, 3 months back or whatever, up to the day before that you're looking for them. But pay.com will give you real-time statistics. Email management systems. Email management stores your list of options, opt-ins, I should say, and allows you an easy way to broadcast messages to your list. So basically, we're going to be getting into email management, where this is where you're going to store all the leads that you have, all your opt-ins, people that have opted in and said, they bought your product, they're interested in your product, they've opted in, they came to your squeeze page, gave you that name and email. This is your email storage and your email management system. It's going to allow you to easily communicate messages with that list. My recommendations are going to be aweber.com. That's what I use. It's what a lot of people do. It's highly reliable. I do not have any complaints with this up to date. It handles, once you get over 10,000, you're going to be paying like $10 extra every month for it. There is a monthly cost. I think it's around $25 a month. There's different costs. It's a little bit more expensive right now than when I first got into it. So check out the cost of it. It's very reliable, sends my emails out in a very timely manner, unless there's like this huge launch. And you get a lot of guys queuing up those emails and stuff. You might be farther down in the queue, so sometimes it's not going to go out right when you want it to. So plan for that for when you're thinking about big launches. But that's what's good about these, is that you can get them, queued up ahead of time, ready to go for them, so that they get out in a timely manner. But Aweber does a very good job with that. It's a great email management, lets you follow up with your emails. It's just a great tool to use. GetResponse.com. I have not used this one personally. This is another one that a lot of people use. They have very good, I've heard very good comments about it. Understand I have not used this one. Again, with anything, go check it out. Get in touch with representatives, find out, make sure it's exactly what you want and that it allows your business to grow as you go. OneShoppingCart.com. I don't recommend this as your only email management system, but if that's the direction you want to go, it is fairly reliable. It does have a pretty good email management system. And it's one of those where, if you just don't feel like you can afford to get something different and you've already got one shopping cart, go ahead and get started with it. It is a pretty decent email system. iContact.com is another one I have not personally used. A lot of good comments about it. Again, check it out. Infusionsoft also has a very good built-in email system. Like I said, it's one of those one-stop shops where you basically run your whole business with Infusionsoft. The downfall to Infusionsoft is going to be the startup cost and the management cost of it, a monthly management cost. But if that's where you're at in your business, I'm going to recommend Infusionsoft to you. But if you're not there yet, stick with something like Aweber, One Shopping Cart for your email management system. Your prompt delivery system is what I like to call them. People expect prompt delivery of products. When you buy something online, that's the beauty of it, is that you get things instantly for the most results, unless something goes wrong in the system or you failed to do something proper in the system so that it didn't work properly, if you set it up wrong or whatever. But once it's set up, it's working great. It's going to give prompt product delivery. Unless you can figure out how to work continually 24-hour shifts or hire enough people to constantly monitor incoming sales while they're eating up your revenue, you have a problem. If you do not have a good prompt delivery system, if you're not going to manage your email account and set up a system for it, If you're not gonna, you better plan on spending every waking hour. Think about having a list of even, let's say, 1,000 people on your list. You put them into an email automatically, which really isn't very great because there's no way for them to really say, yes, I want you to send me email. So you're probably going to get called a spammer quite often. But you put them into your Hotmail or Gmail account one by one. When they bought something for you, or they got on you, they told you they wanted to be on your list somehow. You put them in there, and you had to manage the support. And they started sending emails to you. Let's say you use your email as your support system, and they start sending support tickets to you through your email. You got to go through there and go through them one by one, all these emails, answering everybody's question, saying hi to everybody that's there, because a lot of times if you don't say hi back to that person, they do it on purpose to see if you're even real. And they're like, oh, that's all I wanted to find out if I was actually going to get a response. That's just the mentality of some people. They'll do that. But think about it. If you're sitting there, you're going to be working 24 hours around the clock if you don't have some kind of system in place to handle these, like your support and things like that. Or you're going to have to hire enough people to constantly monitor incoming sales. They're going to oh, here's a sale, get that person's contact information, be able to keep in touch with them each individually, send out a personal individual email to them. You're going to have to send out your follow-up message, individual person. When there's systems that can do all this automated, that is crazy not to even have them. Send out unlimited number of follow-up messages sent at a predetermined interval of time. For example, you can set your autoresponder to set out a new message every day for as long a period as you desire. Go into Aweber. You can set out an email to go out there for a whole year. Set it up for a year if that's what you want. There's a lot of marketers out there. They will have everything fully automated for up to a year, a month, years at a time, where they never even have to touch it. The only time they have to touch it is when as they're monitoring, they might see something going wrong. Maybe they're having lower conversions all of a sudden. They might want to go in and tweak the emails a little bit, or maybe they want to go in and replace with different products or something, so it's not the same one. Maybe that product wasn't converting as well, so they try a different product. Those are kind of things you're going to have to manage and go back in, but you can set them up where basically when somebody comes in, they opt into your list, where you can set it up to sit there and just deliver emails to that person for a complete year. You got your product funnel in place, and you know what's going out. It automatically sends out everything next. You can have automatic trainings going out to them. It's just amazing of what you can do with them sending out automatically. You really got to get a very good email management system. Follow-up messages, the benefits and uses, because I want to cover this because this is a very important to your email management, is the follow-up messages. I believe this is even more important than sending out a broadcast to your list, where you're basically sending out an email to everybody on your list all at once, or choosing which list you want to send it out to. Follow-up messages is going to make or break your business, I believe. Follow up and close sales. A lot of times you're going to get somebody on your list. You did not close a sale yet. They did not buy nothing from you. They weren't quite sold on the idea, but they were interested enough to give you that email and that name and email. But now your follow-up can take over automatically and close that sale for you. It can start to build the relationships with those people that, so they can start getting to know you and trust you. And so maybe that's the decision. Once they start trusting you, maybe that's the decision sends them over the edge to actually buy. So your follow-up is going to help you close those sales. You can offer your site visitors a special bonus to help conversion. Maybe it's a special bonus after they signed up to get them to buy. So you say, hey, you didn't take anything up on that offer. What if I throw in this bonus? It's automatically, and if you're doing a good job of moving that person from list to list, it's going to automatically, send out to that person that hasn't bought to you the very next day. Say, hey, you haven't bought yet. What if I put a special bonus to make it an absolute no-brainer for you today? It's also, you can send out special bonuses just as a free thing to do, just to build relationships that'll help conversions down the road. So when they're going to expect, it's like, hey, this guy's been sending out some really cool things to help me and stuff, some really good content that'll really help me grow my business. So the next time you promote something, they're going to really trust you and know that you're delivering and recommending something good to them to get, and it's going to help your sales and conversions. Builds stable relationships. Your autoresponders are going to help get people to know you, like you, and trust you. You can do this automatically without daily contacting that person individually. These emails go out, you set them up, you get to know the people that are coming through your list, and you just start setting up emails to go along with that targeted audience to help you build those relationships and get them to know you, like you, and trust you. It can send out welcome messages. Instead of sitting there waiting for a sale to come in and then getting that person's email and going in and typing this big long email, automatically it sends out a welcome message in your follow-up message, and it should be your very first email that goes out. It says welcome. It starts telling them about you, who you are, and starts building that relationship. Makes them understand that, hey, they got my information, my product, whatever I just opted in for is probably on the way. It's going to give them that sense of relief knowing that, okay, things are working and I'm probably going to get what I just paid for, and this is not some scammer that just all of a sudden got my information. It can drip content focused on bringing customers to point of purchase. So basically, over time, you can drip content, so that over time what you need to give that person to close that sale. So you can drip focused content into that through your follow-up messages that are going to get that person to purchase. Deliver weekly or monthly email training courses. So you can set up let's say we wanted to do a course similar to what we're going through right now. You could set this all up through follow-up messages, so it was all automatic. All your emails went out getting people to register for your webinar. When they showed up to it, if you had the recordings there that were playing, there's other systems that you can integrate into with all of this to set all this stuff up, to have everything all automated. You can deliver weekly or monthly email training courses where you're just giving them a course, maybe you're sending it out in PDF, PowerPoints, or whatever that you're sending out, or ebooks each month or each week or whatever. However you want to deliver that training course, the content, you can do it through your follow-up messages. Profit by saving time and increasing sales and customer retention. And this is huge. Once you have a customer, you want to retain that customer. Follow-up messages will help you do that. It's going to save you time. You can have it all set up, ready to go. You're not there daily setting up your follow-up messages, sending out an email to your list because it's already set up for you. It takes some time to get it all set up, of course. But once it's set up, think of the time that you're going to save. It's going to help you increase sales and customer retention. You can send out educational campaigns where basically it's going to kind of be in that line of delivering weekly or monthly email training courses, but basically send out educational campaigns where you want to teach them something. Maybe there's new software or something new on the market, and you want to kind of educate your list on them. You can send out through follow-up messages. Send out information about your products, services, or your products. And this also can be done through your broadcast message where you send it all out automatically to your whole list or portions of your list. But send information out about your services or products. So basically, as that person comes on your list, you can start telling them about the different products and services that you have for them in place at the appropriate time, because you're going to have them positioned for those emails to go out at the same time where that's going to make sense for that person to want to know about that service that you have, or that's where they're going to need it. Renewal reminders. This is something where a lot of people go, why in the world would I want to tell somebody? But it's going to save you a headache. For basically, you can have somebody through follow-up messages when somebody's on basically a monthly subscription type thing, where maybe a week or a day and say, hey, you're about to be renewed. Just want to let you know you signed up for so-and-so this monthly course. You're about ready to be renewed. It gives them a chance to cancel right then instead of waiting until they see it and go, man, I meant to unsubscribe from that thing. And then they call you up and, of course, they're screaming, hey, I wanted this off. And I contacted you last week when they never really did. But you don't really have any proof that they didn't. So you can't really prove it. So they're screaming I want a refund, and so the good marketer you are, you instead of going through the hassle of really fighting it, which that is changing. People are finding ways to start fighting this. So if you're one of these people that are listening tonight, you better watch out with this because there's things that are being put in place, systems once again putting in place where it's going to make it easier for you to prove that that person indeed should be charged that amount. So again, be looking for those kind of systems when you're starting up your marketing. But it'll send out a renewal reminders. Inactive lead campaigns. So basically you can send out to have things set out so that when you have inactive leads that you can start up a campaign to renew their interest in your products and stuff that you have out there. Email management systems are really huge. Email marketing is a huge part of this business, and it's best to have a very good management system put in place and something that will handle your long-term growth. Because trust me, you are not going to stay at a small list forever. You want to grow that because, believe me, the money is in a good quality list. And you want to build that list and you want to build the quality of it, and your email management system is going to help you do that. Email management hosted versus your own server. I just want to quickly touch on this, but having your list on your own server could potentially get you blacklisted and give you poor email deliverability unless you know a lot about email technology and can keep up with the ever-changing rules from ISPs. If you don't understand what all these little terms are that I'm talking about and everything else, you don't, trust me, don't think about hosting this on your own servers. It's going to be a big headache. So unless you really know what you're doing, I do not recommend that you host on your own servers. Use a third-party service. If you self-host, be ready to solve all your own autoresponder problems yourself. Somebody else is not going to be on top of that. You're not going to be able to contact somebody's customer support and say, hey, I'm having a problem. You're the one that's responsible. Low email deliverability. You're going to have IP address blacklisting, etc. Also be ready to learn all the technical stuff, including SPF, domain keys, DNS, etc., or outsource the setup and management of this. So you're going to have a cost in that of outsourcing somebody to actually manage it if you're going to host it yourself. An SPF, Sender Policy Framework, it's basically an open standard created to stop forgery of from addresses. The SPF helps mail servers distinguish forgeries from real mail. So I mean, just sitting there talking about SPF, I mean, to me, I'm like, whatever. And a lot of people are going to, I don't have a clue what you even just said in that statement. And I'm not going to sit there and explain it. If you already know this, maybe you're somebody that's going to be able to self-host on your own server, your own email management system. You know, it could turn into a business where you sell your systems and stuff after a while. But my recommended is you find a third-party hosted service. If you do not know all of this, it's going to save yourself a lot of headaches. And this is how I do mine. It's all hosted, third party with Aweber, and it's the way that I recommend to go, especially if you're somebody new. Support systems. Strengthen business relationships with organized customer support. The best solution is adding a well-managed support systems. Now, you want to be careful here to make sure that you're going to use a support system, and you can change them later on. It takes a little bit of work getting your people to head into a different support system. But start out thinking about long-term growth again. Are you going to want to be using your email, just a regular email address for your support? If you're going to be just really small, go ahead. Say, here's my email address. But as you notice, most people, when you send something, reply to an email, you get a do not reply, or you say, hey, this email is not monitored. It upsets people greatly. Trust me, when you get to the position, I said I would never do that. I got to the position where I said, okay, I'm doing this. I see why they do it, because you cannot possibly keep up. You either have to get a bunch of people that are trying to keep up with this. Your emails are lost and you're never going to find them. They go to spam and you just automatically go in and click and they go to spam. It's just a mess trying to handle it with just a regular email account. Don't even start out with one from the very beginning. Start out with a good support system. There are some free ones that are easy to set up. We're going to talk about in a second that I'm going to recommend. But start out with a support system that is going to be able to manage it, manage the tickets, and that it's going to guarantee a little bit better that you're going to actually get that support ticket. You might not be able to keep up with when you do a launch. You might have to plan on hiring more people or something to put them in place because you're going to have a high fluctuation of tickets all of a sudden. So you got to think about those things that, whether your support system can handle that. A lot of times you got to put in different support systems to be able to take care of that. But for overall support systems, make sure you use a support desk. It ticks people off. People don't like them. But trust me, for you, your sanity and your business, put one in place, and you're going to learn to tell those people that don't like that, I'm sorry, but wait until you get to this point, and you're going to see why I have one. Giving customers an email for support is a very poor way to manage your support. Support is one of the most overlooked and important aspects of any business. A lot of people don't even overlook it. They don't even count on having support. They don't even think about the support. They get started, they have a product launch, all of a sudden they got this support, and they have nothing to manage it with except an email, and it's a poor way to do things. They weren't counting on having 100 out of their 150 people that just bought, sending them in a support ticket. So make sure that you look into your support system. You have something set up. Prepare now for growth, because waiting until you are bigger can be disastrous. When you have to change, and this goes for any system, prepare for growth now. Have systems in place that are going to be able to handle growth, because later on they can be disastrous trying to change. You have to go through everything and change everything. It takes a lot of time, a lot more cost, so prepare for it now. Here are the support systems that you can use. One is Kayoko. You can go online, look at this one. It's a good one that a lot of people use. It'll allow your business to grow. Really a pretty decent support system for you to go out and use. A lot of the bigger marketers will use this one. Another one is OS Ticket. This is free and it's easy to install with Fantastico. So basically when you get your hosting, say you get HostGator or whatever for, our Bluehost or something that's got Fantastico, whatever, this is going to be free and it's easy to install. It's just basically like setting up your blog where there's some details that you have to do, but it's pretty easy. It's called OS Ticket. So you basically go into the C panel. Once you get your hosting, go into the C panel, you'll find your Fantastico. You'll be able to install it pretty easily. So that's a good one. And it actually will handle quite a bit of support. If you're going to go really, really huge, I might not recommend this one, but overall, just getting support tickets, I still use this one, and I get quite a bit of support, especially during launches and stuff, and it handles it pretty decent. Look at it, go in and read everything about it. Really take a good look at it. Make sure it's something that you want to use first. But for overall long-term growth, I probably would not have started out with it in the very beginning. If I would have known how big things were going to get so quickly. So, but it's something that I recommend if you're just starting getting used to support and stuff. It's something that's pretty easy to set up and get used to. Pearl Desk is another one. We currently use OS Ticket Support Suite and are very happy with it. OS Ticket could also be perfect for your startup if you're just getting started up. Fantastico, like I said, it comes with most installs of cPanel is how you set it up. You just go into your cPanel, go to Fantastico. You'll find OS Ticket. You just click on it, follow the setup instructions. It's pretty easy to go through. Be a smart business owner. Don't let the automated systems drive you to ruins. Be a smart business owner. Marketing systems are great. We all want to sit at home and let the money pour in while we play and do things we find more interesting. Who doesn't want to do that? We all want to do that, but we're going to get caught up in that kind of stuff. And so you want to be a smart business owner when it comes to your automated systems. Otherwise, those automated systems, if you just set them and forget them, they have the potential to drive you to ruins. So be very careful about just setting and forgetting. The matter of fact is that there's no such thing as a foolproof automated marketing system. They're going to have some kinks. They're going to have some things that you have to monitor. Whether it's an article generator, a payment processing system, customer support system, autoresponder system, or any other tool, it needs the guidance of a real human being with a plan. You've got to know what's going on. You've got to have a plan and how you're going to use it. Be smart about it. Monitor it. Know when it's, when things are going wrong. Know when things need to be corrected and updated. Otherwise, they can totally ruin you if you just set them and you never look into it once again. Let's say your email system, your follow-up email system is not making your sales. It's hurting your conversions. You need to know that kind of thing. You need to be on top of it. If you just set it, forget it, you're never going to make any sales. Where you could have went in and made some few tweaks in the automation part of it, the emails going out and started generating more sales. So never just set and forget. Successful internet marketers are not born that way. They're not born successful. They have to work at it. They have to be smart about their business. Marketing, like any other skill, is learned through experience, diligence, and ongoing research and constant training. So always be knowing that you're going to be constantly learning. It's going to take diligence. You're going to continue to learn through your experiences. No matter how many people or what you are taught, it's going to be through your experiences that you're really going to learn. So be smart about things. Always be ongoing research and constant training in your business. In summary, always automate it whenever possible. Life is not a snapshot. There's a song that I love by this a group they say basically life is not a snapshot. It's not just going to stand still for you. It's always moving. It's more like a video, that's what life is like. It's not just going to stand still for you. So time is going to be of an essence. Automate whenever possible so that you can make the best amount of that time that you have in that day, because even when you prepare, if you're trying to do everything by yourself without automation and you figure you got a handle on it, life's going to throw you something that's going to take that time away from you, and you're going to be missing out. When you have it all automated, you're prepared for things like funerals that come up all of a sudden, or all of a sudden you're called away on some kind of emergency, or something comes up, you just want to go play. You get an invitation to something that's like, hey, go play, because you got everything set up and it's all automated. Constantly improve and upgrade your systems. Make sure that you always keep them upgraded. Stay in contact with the people that you bought it with. Stay on their list so that you know when there's upgrades. Be checking for upgrades and upgrade all the time. Plan from growth from the beginning. As you grow, you will no doubt need systems to automate nearly every aspect of your online business so that you can focus on your vision. Focusing on your vision is an important part, and these systems are going to allow you to do that. And plan from the very beginning that you're going to grow. If you don't plan on growth, you're going to be really surprised as you get going at just how fast things can take off once you get up and running. You're going to be like, whoa. And if you're not planned for it, it's going to set you back again. There are many great systems that you will be using to build and automate your business. Focus on the most needed right now, and we kind of covered those tonight, are the ones that you really need right now. As you grow, there's going to be other ones you want to put into place. There's going to be different ones. There are going to be upgrades to them. So maybe some more cost to some of them that you're going to be putting in place. Maybe you're going to add different plugins to some of your systems that are going to help that system even more. Maybe you're going to get a programmer and help you design the system a little bit better if you own it. But focus on the ones that you most need right now. And that is your support, customer management, affiliate management, and payment processors. Continue to manage and monitor your system. It's not a set it and forget. You've heard that several times throughout this call. I want you to know it's important.